Rahim. Dear students, today we are going to classify proteins. Proteins can be classified in various ways based on function, based on composition, and based on structure. So, based on composition, proteins can be categorized into two general classes. Here, simple proteins, conjugated proteins. What these simple proteins are? These proteins yield only alpha amino acids on complete hydrolysis. So these yield only amino acids on hydrolysis. These conjugated proteins, they are also called complex proteins. These proteins give, in addition to amino acids, an organic or inorganic non-protein part called prosthetic group on hydrolysis. So in addition to amino acids, conjugated protein contain prosthetic group with them. Simple proteins, when we talk of these simple proteins, they can be further classified, and these conjugated proteins, they are further classified in various groups. So let us have a look on different classes of these simple proteins. These simple proteins, let us have a look here. It contains albumins. Example of albumin is ova albumin, egg white, or serum albumin found in blood. It is soluble in water and salt solution. So this albumin is type of simple protein. Then there is globulins. This is also a type of simple protein, and its example is serum globulin, which is found in blood, and it is soluble in dilute salt solution. One more example here is glutelinus. Its example is glutenin, which is present in wheat, and it is dilute acid and alkalis, means it is soluble in dilute acids and alkalis. So prolamines and protoamines, histones, these are examples of scleroproteins. These are examples of simple proteins: albumins, globulins, glutelinus, prolamines, protamines, histones. These are some simple examples of simple proteins which on hydrolysis yield only amino acids. After this, let us move on conjugated proteins. Some examples of these conjugated proteins are lipoproteins. In addition to protein part, they contain lipid part, prosthetic group lipid part. An example is plasma lipoproteins. Another example is nucleoproteins. Means they contain nucleic acid. These proteins contain nucleic acid with them. Example is ribosomes. Then there is flavoproteins. FAD is prosthetic group, flavin adenine dinucleotide. Its example is 1 succinate dehydrogenase enzyme. Then there is phosphoproteins. It containing phosphoric acid as prosthetic group. It is present in its example is casein. It's a protein which is present in milk. And there is chromoproteins, colored substance इसमें होता है prosthetic group. Example इसका है hemoglobin. Likewise, there is metalloproteins, metal ion prosthetic group है. So these lipoproteins, glycoproteins, nucleoproteins, flavoproteins, phosphoproteins, chromoproteins, and metalloproteins, these are different. We can say this is a sub-classification of conjugated proteins. And before this, we discussed about this sub-classification of simple proteins. Remember, albuminous, globulinous, glutelinous, prolamines, protamines, histones, scleroproteins, and this is sub-classification of simple proteins.